Hello everybody, and this is John Doe from Dueling Network, and I'm here for another video. Today I'll be discussing the ban list. I'll first discuss the cards I think should be banned, so let's get right to it. The first card I think should be banned would be Blacklisted Soldier Envoy in the beginning. Everyone probably agrees with me in this situation. It's pretty much a huge game changer. However, I don't think they're actually gonna, Konami's gonna ban Envoy because Chaos Dragons are tier 1 right now, and they want to make as much money as possible. So they may want to keep Blacklisted Soldier Envoy in the beginning until next time they change the banned list. Next part would be the Exodia pieces. I think that should be banned, along with Final Countdown. All those decks that just let you win just because you waited a certain amount of time or you got the correct pieces. I think those cards shouldn't even have been made. I think they should just ban them, and because they're just not even decks, they're just cards. I don't know how to explain that. I guess I'm pretty sure everyone agrees with me in this situation too. Wind-Up Hunter, I'm not sure if they really should ban him, but it really does hurt if you get first turn Wind-Up Hunter, the hand loop, you're just pretty much going to lose at that point, especially with Pot of Avarice. Next card would be Future Fusion. That card I despise. That's just too good. I mean, the reason why it's so good is because they put it in Chaos Dragons to get Five-Headed Dragon, and people actually think that they shouldn't ban Future Fusion. Instead, they should ban Five-Headed Dragon. I don't agree with that at all. That's so stupid, because Five-Headed Dragon's been along for a very long time, and the reason why people put Future Fusion inside their deck is not to get Five-Headed Dragon. It's to put the monsters into the graveyard. I don't see why people think that Five-Headed Dragon should be banned instead of Future Fusion. Just whatever. Pot of Avarice, I'm not sure it should be banned. As long as they hit Wind-Ups and Rabbits, I don't really think that Pot of Avarice is really too powerful in order to be banned. But it's basically just the same thing as Pot of Greed, pretty much. Just, next card, the next portion should be what I think should be limited. The first card would be Evigishi Gustrake. Combined with Heretics, this card is broken. It can. I'll have. This is a story. One time I was playing against my friend. I was testing my Hero Gate deck, and he was using his Heretic / Gishki hand loop deck. So first turn, this is what happens. He put 3 cards in my hand to the deck, and then he knew what the last 2 cards were in my hand. I gave up at that point. I had nothing. It's even worse than the Wind-Up hand loop, in my opinion. It's even worse because you don't even get anything into the graveyard, because technically if your opponent is unlucky or you get lucky enough and you have like Blacklisted Soldier in your hand still, and somehow he hit a light and dark into the graveyard, you can still make a comeback. But with Evigishki Gustrake, it goes to the deck, so it's much, much worse in a lot of cases. Next card would be Glow Up Bulb. They're probably not going to bring that back until maybe after Blacklisted Soldier is banned too, because they might want to keep the plants still down until a while from now. Insector Hornet, next card. The only card they actually do need to hit in the Insector deck in order to stop them from being tier 1 anymore is just Hornet. I don't really think they should be hitting any other cards, but Dragonfly is a possible candidate to become semi-limited, maybe even limited. Rescue Rabbit, I think that card actually should be banned, but they might not actually keep it. They may actually put it to limited instead. Most likely they're going to ban Rescue Rabbit and limit Tour Guide. I hope they do, at least. Next card will be Spore. Same situation as Glow Up Bulb. Tour Guide, I think that should be limited as well, or at least limited. Maybe banned, but Tour Guide, I'm not too mad at it if it stays at 1. Trishula, same situation as Spore and Glow Up Bulb. I think it should come back because Blacklisted Soldier Envoy at the beginning is so much easier to get on the field and so much stronger than Trishula. It's just, wow. Wind-Up Rat and Wind-Up Zenmighty are the other 2 Wind-Up cards I think they should hit in order to keep Wind-Ups down. Wind-Up Rat, gets a card back from the graveyard, and Zenmighty gets a card from the deck. It pretty much does the loop. Now I'm going to discuss the semi-limited cards. First card, I think they should bring back the Gladiator Beast Bestiari. It's really wasn't that great of a card to begin with. It's okay. It's not a beater. All it does is destroy a spell or trap card on the field. But so is that. But there's like that water Gladiator Beast that destroys a monster on the field. It's basically the same thing. I think they should bring it back. It wasn't that great. Legendary 6 Samurai Shian. I know you guys are probably screaming at me right now, but I think they're probably. This is just predictions on what's going to happen, at least. This is my list of predictions of what could happen and what I hope happens. I don't want Legendary 6 Samurai Shian to come back, but Konami might bring it back in order to make more money. TG Striker and the Ancient of Mystery Earth, I think should come back at least 2, because they weren't that great. They only stopped them from being tier 1 so they can make more money. Black Whirlwind, you guys are probably thinking, but I really don't think Blackwing Whirlwind is that powerful, because the only 2 cards they actually get pretty much that is really good is Kalut and that 1300 attacker that can make your opponent's monster like half the attack. I don't know. Book of Moon should come back to 2, because I never really thought it was that great. Putting it at 3 would be dumb, but putting it at 2, it's not that great. Ultimate Offering, that should be limited. I don't know why it's my semi-limited area. Well, anyway, I guess Ultimate Offering, I don't really care about that card, but it can actually be really, really good. Now I'm going to discuss the cards that just shouldn't be in the ban list anymore. Card Trooper, I just don't see why that card should be semi-limited at all. It just wasn't that great of a card. Now, in this category, in the cards that should be not so banned, I mean not hit at all, you can see a bunch of cards that look like they're Stollery cards. This is what my prediction will be. Since the Chaos Dragons and the Heretics are basically probably going to become tier 1, 2 of the tier 1 card decks for the next format, I believe that the next anti-meta deck is going to be the probably a deck based on stalling and basically able to stop, big decks. That's what I think is going to be the next anti-meta deck. So Marshmallow, Necrogardna, Level Limit Area B, Soldier Rebellion Light, yeah, all those cards. I don't think they should be hit anymore. They're not that great to begin with anyway, since the Level Limit Area B wasn't that great because it hits only level 4 and higher monsters. And basically everything XYZ anyway. I think they should bring it back so they can... at least there'll be a deck that can stop Chaos Dragons. Night Assailant, I never really thought that was a great card anyway. I mean, you guys can tell me whatever he does. I know he can, like, if he's flipped, you can destroy a card in the field, and then if he's discarded, you could put a flipped monster from your graveyard into your hand. I don't think that card was that great anyway. I don't know. Next card should be Destiny Draw. I think that card should come back, really, because Solar Recharge is so much better than Destiny Draw, and they have it at 3. With Solar Recharge, you discard a Lightsworn monster, draw 2, and then mill 2. With Destiny Draw, you just discard a Destiny Hero and draw 2, and that's it. And there's only 2 Destiny Hero monsters that are worth putting in any deck. Destiny Hero Diamond Dude and Destiny Hero Malicious, I think. Those are only 2 cards I feel are really good. I mean, I know there are other cards that you can put in. I know there's like the Destiny Hero Exodia deck or whatever, but those are only 2 that I think should be, like, that are good, pretty much. And now, here are the weird cards that I just never understood. The first one would be Monster Gate. I'll show what it says. Monster Gate, here's what it does. Should be 1 monster, reveal cards from the top of your deck until you reveal a monster that can be normal summoned, special summon it. Also send the other revealed cards to the graveyard. I can kind of see why it's hit a little, but it's basically a minus a lot because you have to first tribute a monster, and Monster Gate by itself, it's a -1. That's -2 so far, and then you have to get a monster that can be normal summoned. If you get lucky, you can get a good card, but a lot of the times you're probably not going to get a good card. And then you have to you know, you had to discard and mill the rest of the cards pretty much. So you'll be losing like a bunch of spells and traps that are just too useful for you, and that can save you the duel. Next card would be Primal Seed. Let's look at what it does. Primal Seed. If Blacklisted Soldier Envoy to the beginning or Chaos Dragon, Chaos Emperor Dragon Envoy to the end is on the field, target 2 of your banished cards. Add both targets to your hand. They only have Blacklisted Soldier Envoy to the beginning, only at 1, and then Chaos Emperor Dragon Envoy to the beginning, Envoy at the end is banned. Primal Seed is just not that great. I've never seen this used before. Why is it limited? And then there's Reasoning, which basically does the same thing as Monster Gate. Your opponent declares a monster level. Reveal cards from the top of your deck until you reveal a monster that can be normal summoned. If that monster is the same level as the one declared by your opponent, send all revealed cards to the graveyard. If not, special summon the revealed monster. Also send the remaining cards to the graveyard. Basically the same thing. So here's a story about Reasoning. My opponent was using he was using a Watt deck, and I was using my Frog deck. I've already shown you what my Frog deck looks like. So this guy got lucky. We had a match. First duel, he had Reasoning. I guessed level 4. He milled a level 4, so that means he couldn't get the rest of the cards. Next game, the same thing happened. Level 4, went to the graveyard. I don't see why this card is limited. It's not that great. I mean, in my opinion, it's better than Monster Gate because you don't have to go super minus. And if you get lucky, you get a good monster, but you have to get lucky. And then there's the last 3, the Bottomless Trap Hole, Ojama Trio, and the Transmigration Prophecy. I don't think that these cards should be hit anymore because the Transmigration Prophecy, I never thought it was that great. Ojama Trio, I know it's good for Chain Burn decks, but basically they probably only use 2 anyway. Why would you want 3? I mean, it's not that great. And I mean, I can understand why Ojama Trio was hit. I just don't think it should be hit anymore because there's just a bunch of other cards that are just too good, and there's just not enough room on the ban list. Bottomless Trap Hole, there are much better cards than that. I mean, I know it banishes a strong monster, but you basically need that card. I guess they could actually bring this back to 3 in order to also hurt Chaos Dragons because, you know, like I said, there's the Stall deck that I think should be the next anti-meta, and Bottomless Trap Hole could be another card that could really hurt them. I think they should actually bring back Bottomless Trap Hole in order to hurt them, like they did with this format when they brought back Torrential to stop all the swarming. Well, that's about it. I seriously doubt they're actually going to do like most of this stuff, really. It's not that great. But forgot to actually talk about what these cards do. I've already talked about these 3, but Net Assailant, I've already told you what it does. Evigishi, I've already told you what it does. So basically, I've already done my job. So I guess that's my ban list. I'll see you next time.